Okay, so I just had I've been thinking obviously about fascism and corrupt states and all that good stuff recently. So I just had a realization about fascism, specifically in Europe. The history of it is it's when colonial powers, their practices of colonization, specifically, it calls for genocidal type behaviors, ethnic control, and the sort of as justifying ideology being racial superiority. It's when that ideology comes home to the host country, the original republic, and sorts to impact domestic policy. The thing about the United States and why it's having these issues to the degree that it is now is because it was those colonial efforts, the colonial efforts of the United States that are coming home are the shit that we did in South America, like the coups, and in Africa, and in the former Soviet bloc countries, where we turned them into third world countries so that we could have them be cheap sources of labor and resources. That sort of stuff hasn't fully come home yet. It has in certain populations, and the migrants who are largely a result of these coups and uprisings come seeking asylum in European countries or United States as a result of the fact that they're just the states that haven't been destabilized by the West yet. Um, Largely for profit. So the thing that though here's the critical point that I wanted to get across in this video. The whole reason I have a camera on my face right now, um, the reason that those policies never had to come home, those policies are coming home to an extent in the West, the state control aspect, and the bombings. They have happened in the past, domestic bombings, but not we're not there yet. Um, the United States is a colonial power, so they didn't have to come home because they were home. We are where we live is the fucking we live on the haunted Indian graveyard, and you know the ghosts of the murderers are some of the people that we used to respect the most. And this is when the culture war becomes a civil war. And unfortunately, the fascists don't need a revolution because they've had it since I don't even know. I'm trying to go back and figure out when it really started, but part of me wonders if the United States was sort of a reactionary country to begin with. I might make a series going into it, but and going through U.S. history, and let me know if that's something you'd be interested in. Um, but yeah, the United States mostly won the Cold War by becoming what it defeated in World War II, and that's the sad truth.